President Trump gave a shout-out to pro-Trump rallies across the weekend, basically tweeting out, quote, "Thank you for all of the Trump rallies today. Amazing support. We will all make America great again." This as pro-Trump rallies turned violent in Huntington Beach, California this weekend. Jennifer Sterling, one of the event organizers, you can see in this video, she's trying to break up a heated argument when all of a sudden she's hit with pepper spray. Jennifer joins me now with her story. Jennifer, are you okay? Tell me what happened.
I'm absolutely great now. We were gathered together as a silent majority to come together with the gratitude to show our law that we're providing us law and order. Our military, our veterans, we were there to celebrate. We were there to wave our flags and walk on the beach and have a march and sing God Bless America and do the Pledge of Allegiance and just find like-minded family and friends. We had over 5,000 people show up. Some came in their wheelchairs. We had World War II veterans, and we collected donations for our veterans. We picked up trash on the beach, and we just showed our military and our law enforcement and our first responders how much we really appreciated them.
So this
was a beautiful day.
This is meant to be a positive rally for first responders and wounded war veterans. And then you say a group of people came in, we saw the video, came in with masks and pepper spray in their pockets. Who were they?
Sure. I don't really know who they were. There was about a half a dozen of them. You know, we understand that everybody has a right to be on the public beach and march or walk and share their views under their First Amendment rights. But we, of course, were there to wave our flags and walk along a bike path with strollers and wheelchairs. And about, a quarter mile down the way, there were about a half a dozen folks dressed in all black. As far as I've known growing up, black mask, all black clothing, that's not really beach attire. While we were busy wearing our little name tags trying to meet like-minded friends, we came across these folks that engaged in physical violence, and a little violence ensued, and they broke the law, and they were arrested and taken away. We were happy to report that, we did everything we could to avoid them and avoid the confrontation, and none of the folks that were there to show their gratitude for our veterans or our president or vice president or our law enforcement or first responders or veterans, none of them were arrested. So the good outweighed the bad.
Jennifer, this is not the first time something like this has happened. A woman was pepper sprayed at a protest in Berkeley back in February. She's a Trump supporter. Is this becoming a pattern with pepper spray?
I think what's coming a pattern is that these violent thugs, these punks, think that they are just going to do whatever they want. And you would think that they learned on the playground when they were kids that you can't stand in front of the swings and not let other kids swing. Those kids go to the principal. These kids went to the jailhouse, and that's where they belong. And this is a grassroots movement that was taken on by some moms, and maybe that's what we need is more moms out there saying, how you're behaving is inappropriate.
We've had a lot of Trump supporters on the show, been attacked by liberal protesters. Let's take a listen. I'd like your reaction.
I suspect somebody with razor blades taped in their fingers may have just gently brushed us or something like that. And, if it had hit skin, we would have known about it.
They, pushed us. They said horrible, vulgar things to us, things that I would never think to say to anybody, especially in that circumstance or even at all.
When I saw my limo being damaged and was put on flame, I felt like, I was having a really bad feeling about that. My kids were very affected. There are so many different ways to, have your voice be heard, but the violence is not one of them.
Jennifer, we're hearing a lot of reaction. Just to report back to you, liberals are supposed to be tolerant. They're supposed to be environmentalists. We had one gentleman who was in a New York City bar wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and the bar would not serve him. But there's that happening, right? There's basically attacks going on, and then you witnessed it firsthand. What are your thoughts about what you just heard from these people who've been attacked?
I think it's very, very sad. It's disgraceful. It is absolutely disgraceful that anyone thinks that they can call anybody anything other than the name that they were given. And I think it's disgraceful to think that you're going to push your beliefs physically, violently on other people. And I just think that when you look at most of the folks that are like-minded that were at our event, they did bring their children and they did bring their parents. Some came in wheelchairs. We had World War II veterans. It was scary for some of them, but for the most part, it was a beautiful, beautiful day. And it was 5 hours of celebrating, singing, doing the Pledge of Allegiance, singing God Bless America, doing a prayer, and picking up trash on the beach. You have to look at those 5,000 people, those beautiful people that were willing to finally come out and say, no longer are we going to be silent. And we are going to follow law and order, and so should you.
Thank you, Jennifer Sterling.
You know,
yeah, go ahead. Final thought. Go ahead.
No, my final thought is more folks that have thought that they could say nothing, they need to speak up.